The green flag with 92 laps to go in stage number 2. It is underway with the green flag out. Elliott gets a push from Ty Gibbs. He'll lead the snarling pack back to turn number 1.
Varying pit strategies have shuffled the deck, and the hometown hero in the Children's Healthcare of Atlanta scheme is up front. That is Chase Elliott, who gets clear of both lines immediately. On leading the outside line is Chris Buescher. Buescher has a big push from Justin Haley down the backstretch.
Yeah, that was a phenomenal restart for Chase Elliott. He noses ahead.
And trouble entering turn 3.
Oh, it's a multi-car accident. I want to say 15, 20 cars. Looks like Austin Cindric is involved. Denny Hamlin. Guys, that took out about 2/3 of the field. Absolute chaos in turn 3.
And we've got 12 cars that actually cleared that as the caution has come out for the 3rd time here at Echo Park Speedway. As Nick Yeoman was talking about, literally other than the 12 cars, we had about 75% of the field tangled up. Not sure how many of them are actually damaged.
26 cars.
Wow.
12 to the line. The other 26 either minorly or majorly were involved in that wreck in turn number 3.
Nick Yeoman, what can you tell us about this mess?
Well, I can give you the carnage report as some of these drivers pull away. Here comes the bright green Quaker State car of Daniel Suarez. He's got heavy damage. He's coming to pit lane. Ross Chastain has heavy right side damage. Looks like the Pocono winner, Chase Briscoe. His car is crab walking, and boy, talk about crab walking. Look at Joey Logano, the pole sitter. That car barely rolling through turn number 4. Looks like he's going through the whoops section of an off-road dirt track. Looking back to turns 3 and 4, Austin Cindric has not been able to pull away. His car is damaged. Denny Hamlin's car sits stationary. I see William Byron, a couple more cars. I know you guys are getting a look at the replay. Carson Hocevar was involved. I'm not joking. That took out about 2/3 of the field. Kyle Busch hit the outside wall. A lot of torn-up race cars here at Echo Park Speedway.
They say this racetrack is a hybrid of Daytona and Talladega. That was a big one. The kind of wrecks that we see at Daytona and Talladega. It looks like Denny Hamlin had to check up. Something happened to John Hunter Nemechek. The car got a little bit loose as they went to turn number 3. And Nemechek might have been checking up not to bang into Justin Haley. And then Hamlin got out of shape when he tried to get off the back bumper of John Hunter Nemechek. He gets turned, and then it was on. That's what it looks like.
There was an accordion, and there was simply nowhere to go. And, Mark, remember when I said your bracket might be busted because Ty Dillon had a penalty, had to start at the tail of the field? Well, it might have gone the other way with Denny Hamlin in this. Looks like he got a lot of damage. The left front just nosed right into Noah Gragson, who literally can't catch a break. The right front pummeled by Austin Cindric on Denny Hamlin's car, and just all of that carnage up on the 28 degrees of banking. Brett McMillan's down on pit road. You have several cars in your section come in, Brett.
I do indeed, Brad, and the NASCAR has just displayed the red flag, so they're now just looking at the damaged cars and not working on them. Daniel Suarez is here. Both left side tires down. The left rear is totally caved in, and the left rear quarter panel caved in. They got the hood up on the car. They're looking up under the hood. They're looking at the right side of the car, which I can't see. Obviously, there's a lot of damage over there. He's cut off the car. Also, as you guys alluded to, Chase Briscoe's in. He got a crab walked into his pit stall. Joey Logano is in. The front end of his car is caved in as well. What do you have at your end, Andrew?
Yeah, for as much of pandemonium as it was on the racetrack, the crews all jumped into action to try and get into damage repair. I've got a laundry list of things that have gone on my end of pit road. Bowman came in right away. They changed tires. They're worried about a tow issue. Kyle Larson was in it, and he got damage from Connor Zilic, where they're checking the front nose of his number 87 car. That's Connor Zilic. Denny Hamlin in it as well. He just came on the radio and said, yep, we were in it, guys. Heather, what do you got?
Absolute carnage for my section of pit road as well. Carson Hocevar was in it. They said they weren't sure how bad the damage was, but he had damage on all 4 corners. Also, we saw Ryan Preece. He came over the radio and said, not sure how bad it was, but I don't believe I have a toe link broke. But, I mean, the list goes on and on about who was involved in those wrecks. Also, Brad Keselowski was one as well. So a lot of damage repair getting ready to happen. I'm watching teams carry Sawzalls into the garage to kind of put these cars into the best shape possible that they can when the time comes, Brett McMillan?
Well, even though they can't touch the car at this point, Daniel Suarez's team has decided that they do need to go back to the DVP area and work on the car back there. So he, at the very least, will be multiple cars down or multiple laps down, even if they are able to continue in the race, which is doubtful at this point. Andrew?
William Byron is stopped in his pit stall. They were about to start working on the right front of that car when the red came out. Officials were waving the crews away. So now the team is taking a look at the car, evaluating what they're going to do in terms of crash damage, but not looking good for the 24 guys.
All right, thank you very much, Andrew, Andrew, Heather, and Brett. All right, Mark, so I'm going to look through my binoculars because we don't have everyone who's gone past the start-finish line. It might be quicker to tell you who's still on the track. That would be Chase Elliott leading Ty Gibbs. Then it's Chris Buescher, Zane Smith, Justin Haley, Shane Van Gisbergen, Tyler Reddick. Then we have John Hunter Nemechek. We have Riley Herbst out there. His car looks like it's okay. I can see Josh Berry's car on the back. I can see Austin Dillon. I can see A.J. Allmendinger, Cole Custer, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., just a handful of cars. A few more back there, and this is like almost the tow truck 400. Coming into the garage, Denny Hamlin on the hook. Right behind Denny Hamlin's car, we have the 07, or the 01 rather, of Corey LaJoie. Carson Hocevar's car is on the hook. Austin Cindric's car is on the hook. Now, the reason why we're seeing 4 tow trucks come in concurrently, we are under the red flag. They're taking them back to the DVP area, and they want to get all of those cars back there at the same time to give everyone equal time to work on their cars once the red flag is lifted.
Again, had a couple of looks at a couple of different angles of replays. Denny Hamlin's car just shot out of the pack on the outside to the left. And then all these cars, as you talked about, the accordion effect at that point, they all got piled in. Looking at the in cars of Joey Logano, Denny Hamlin, they took a number of hard hits from a number of different angles. Logano's car is completely destroyed. He was coming down the start-finish line, and the Joey fans, well, they weren't happy. The Joey haters, they were applauding. So, you get that kind of thing going on. Tough break for Joey Logano, who led 51 laps. Hamlin's car, not sure if he'll be able to continue or not. We'll have to see. Let's go to Brett McMillan.
I had a chance to take a look at Joey Logano's car. As I mentioned, the front end is caved in. The nose is punched in. The hood is buckled on that car. Joey just came on the radio and said, "What do you think, Paul?" He said, "We're going to have to go back to the DVP area and take another look at it." There is water running out from underneath the car, so we're going to have to take a look at it. At this point in time, he doesn't want to make any commitment beyond that, but it does not look good.
Watching Joey Logano's car come bouncing back onto pit road, I'm pretty sure they may have to take that one to the salvage yard just up highways 19 and 41.
Hamlin's car is in the garage. The right front fender is falling off. The tires are flat. There's damage to the back. We'll have to see what happens there. We'll take a break and come right back to Echo Park Speedway.
Big one, nearly 75% of the field involved in this. Not everyone has terminal damage. We're going to continue to give updates. We have Andrew Curlin in the garage. We have Heather DeBow at the Infield Care Center. We have Brett McMillan still covering things on pit road. From Echo Park Speedway, this is PRN, the Performance Racing Network.
Back here at Echo Park Speedway, the Quaker State 400 available at Walmart, currently under red. I will say it looks like Atlanta in the garage, but not the racetrack. The traffic. There is literally a traffic jam of tow trucks in the garage. They're currently working on trying to get Denny Hamlin's car in a garage stall. Corey LaJoie's car is on a wrecker and is patiently waiting to get to their garage stall. Behind them is Austin Cindric. Carson Hocevar's tow truck found an alternate route. I think some good ingenuity there. Nice way to avoid the traffic. But it is literally a mess here in the garage of teams trying to get their cars back into the garage stall to begin working on it once we resume under yellow flag conditions. So basically, I think there's more cars in the field here in the garage than there are in the racetrack, but it is going to be a busy place once we get back under yellow, guys.
Kind of funny watching on X, writer Jordan Bianchi has a dumpster on fire being floated down through a major flood going basically saying, all the brackets now are a dumpster fire. Everybody's brackets are busted.
Yeah, I had Denny Hamlin and William Byron duking it out in the final round at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin's in the garage with major damage. William Byron sitting on pit road in front of Andrew Curlin's section. The yellow flag has come back out. William Byron's crew is going to be able to work on his car. Also, these crews in the garage. Got Ross Chastain on pit road, his teammate Daniel Suarez on pit road, just a couple of them. Chase Briscoe on pit road. So many cars out there. David Starr on pit road as well. A lot of damage to this, and truthfully, Mark, this is where these teams are going to really earn their money, because right now you have opportunity to get in front of a lot of cars if you can get your car repaired quickly and back out on the track. You might finish 6 laps down, but you might have a lot of people finish 7, 8, 15, 30 laps down behind you.
And that might mean you beat the guy that you're up against in the in-season tournament as well. We'll just have to see how this plays out. Had a picture just a moment ago of Christopher Bell. Here's a guy who won back in February. He was involved in one of the cautions where he spun all by himself up there in turn number 3 and 4 and just about collected, 3, 4 other cars. Now he's involved in this massive wreck, and we have pit road, and we have a wrecker on pit road with Joey Logano's car, so they're having to kind of weave around that, and we'll have to see how that works out.
Wow, that's a dangerous situation. A tow truck is towing Joey Logano's car down pit road in the outside lane, counter race, going opposite of traffic, and we had a ton of cars coming on pit road. The pit road is not open, all right? So it's not like someone opened pit road with the tow truck there. Remember, just because pit road's closed doesn't mean they put a barricade in front of it. All of these cars pitting while pit road is closed, but the tow truck was out there. That was scary. Carson Hocevar coming out of the garage, Ross Chastain going into the garage.
So Chastain's car, again, big-time impact when you watch the replay. Chastain took one of the big licks. Hamlin, Logano, again, heavy, heavy damage. Josh Berry, Kyle Busch, big impact back in front to his car. Austin Cindric, who had a chance to win this race, certainly looked like he had the power, the speed to do it. He took a big lick as well.
Yeah, Joey Logano officially out of this race. We'll let you know that. He led the opening laps from the pole starting spot, and his car, when I say it came bouncing onto pit road, it was bouncing, but it was opposite corners of the race car. You had like the right front and the left rear on the ground, while the left front and the right rear were bouncing. That's how twisted that car is.
And they showed an in-car, and Joey was getting bounced around inside the car just heavily trying to get it to pit lane.
Yeah, he could go ride a mechanical bull for relaxation after that one, so pretty crazy. Let's go to Andrew Curlin.
Yeah, Kyle Larson just came down pit road. It was closed, but they were working on the left rear of the car, checking to see if the toe was straight, and they think it was. He's going to come back down one more time for the team to double check, but if that is the case, Kyle Larson might have just avoided another second major crash in this race, and he might be able to continue on here. So luck might be on the side of the number 5 car tonight, guys.
Thank you for that, Andrew Curlin. A lot of cars going around the track right now. They're lined up behind the Corvette pace car. Chase Elliott is the leader. Chris Buescher runs second. Ty Gibbs is third. Justin Haley fourth. Tyler Reddick fifth. Sixth is Zane Smith. Shane Van Gisbergen seventh. Todd Gilliland eighth. Ninth, Riley Herbst. Austin Dillon runs 10th.
11th, A.J. Allmendinger, Connor Zilich, 12th, 13th, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Eric Jones, 14th, Ty Dillon, 15th, 16th, Cody Ware, B.J. McLeod, 17th, 18th, John Hunter Nemechek, Kyle Larson, 19th, 20th, Noah Gragson.
21st is Ryan Preece. 22nd is Brad Keselowski. Cole Custer is 23rd. These cars are still running. Alex Bowman, 24th. Kyle Busch in 25th. That's where we get to the cars that are actually off of the racetrack or minus laps. Josh Berry is off the racetrack in 26th. Bubba Wallace, -1 in 27th. David Starr, he's just been slow and struggling all night. He's -1 in 28th. 29th, Michael McDowell, -1. Ross Chastain back to the garage. Currently in 30th. if that's going to change.
Suarez -1 in 31st. Briscoe also -1 in the 32nd spot. Off the racetrack, 33rd, Joey Logano. William Byron, 34th. Hocevar back on the track being scored -2. He'll move up. He is currently 35th. Denny Hamlin off the racetrack in 36th. Also off the track, Austin Cindric, 37th. Corey LaJoie, 38th. Christopher Bell, 39th. Ryan Blaney, 4th.